Tastes like Gatorade.
Is that Brondo stuff?
They're watering crops with a sports drink?
Brondo the Thirst Mutilator had come to replace water virtually everywhere. Water, the basic component of all life, had been deemed a threat to Brondo's profit margin. The solution came during the budget crisis of 2330, when the Brondo Corporation simply bought the FDA and the FCC, enabling them to say, do, and sell anything they wanted. Joe didn't know any of this, but he did see a problem that he might actually be able to solve. With his options running out, Joe took a bold step. He would not get out of the way. This time, he would lead.
For the last time, I'm pretty sure what's killing the crops is this Brondo stuff.
The Brondo's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
So wait a minute. What you're saying is that you want us to put water on the crops?
Yes.
Water? Like out the toilet?
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be out of the toilet, but yeah, that's the idea.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
Okay, look. The plants aren't growing, so I'm pretty sure that the Brondo's not working. Now, I'm no botanist, but I do know that if you put water on plants, they grow.
Oh, well, I've never seen no plants grow out of no toilet.
Hey, that's good. You sure you ain't the smartest guy in the world?
Yeah, so let's go back.
Okay, look, you want to solve this problem, I want to get my pardon, so why don't we just try it, okay? And not worry about what plants crave.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
Yeah, it's got electrolytes.
What are electrolytes? Do you even know?
It's what they used to make Brondo.
Yeah, but why did they use them to make Brondo?
Because Brondo's got electrolytes.
After several hours, Joe finally gave up on logic and reason and simply told the cabinet that he could talk to plants and that they wanted water. He made believers out of everyone. Joe didn't know it, but the beloved electrolytes were salts that had been building up in the topsoil over the decades.
Okay, let's see if the clicker works. Nope. Joanne? Okay, so this is taken from Idiocracy. I should be probably recommending you to watch River Blue or Blue Gold or more related denim kind of movies or documentaries, but watch Idiocracy. It's a great movie. It's a documentary about society, which is actually happening. I think those few minutes are quite representative of the present, not really the future. That's more or less how I feel about the industry today. And you know, some of you guys will land in the same industry, and I really hope that this is not the future. I mean, that guy would be Miguel. It's not me. The guy is Miguel talking to, to the industry people, losing his mind. And I promise we are very much there. Today, I think marketing has overtaken innovation and technicality and expertise. And yep, I wouldn't be surprised if the brand look thing really comes to the market one day. Anyways, my name is Alberto Candiani. I own Candiani Denim. It's a denim mill based in Italy, not far from Milano. Family owned. I'm the fourth generation. It was started by my great-grandfather in 1938. What's very special about us, and the reason why we claim ourselves to be the greenest mill in the blue world, is because we are located in a nature reserve. But we don't think we are sustainable just because we are located in a nature reserve. It's because the nature reserve has forced us or challenged us to invest in technology and efficiency. If you ask my father about sustainability, he would say it's bullshit, it's efficiency, it's technology, blah, blah, blah. And in a way, he's right, because the grandfather of sustainability is efficiency. And sustainability, when it comes to denim and applications, only happens because of technology and investments. Let's go. All right, are you familiar with this guy at all? Some of you guys probably don't know who he is. He's the Marlboro Man. So he's represented, incarnated the Western values forever. And the Western values here, the cowboy thing, America the dream, cigarettes, and nobody smoking anymore, and denim or leather goods or boots. Next week, if you come to Amsterdam to the Kingpins show, which is where we show our products, there's a bunch of people still dressed like cowboys for no reason, but they just love it. And it's so Western and it's so cool, but there's nothing Western no more about denim anyways. And this is, in a way, this is representing the past. But we love the past. In denim, we love heritage, we love the past. But at the same time, we love innovation. So we have Andrew and my father after work watching TV. So this is more or less how I envisioned the future when I was a kid. And I loved the way the future was represented in the past. And here we go with, it's a global world. Virtually, we're all connected. I mean, teletransportation is not really happening, but it's almost happening. No one is eating meat or fish. I mean, seriously, who's going to eat a bloody steak in 2060? Or a fish in 2070? A fish. Nobody will. And a steak or a trout belong to that guy. The future, of course, is not about, meat. I mean, you have to be a certified paleo, probably, guy to get meat in 2060. And everyone's wearing synthetic in the future, or biosynthetic, not just cheap polyester. I mean, the future will certainly be about biosynthetic, smart yarns, and blah, blah, blah. Because no one is eating meat, and no one is eating fish, and we're all eating veg, well, no more cotton, and so we will have to wear synthetic, because you don't want to grow cotton in a society where you're craving food, and so you will have to grow something else, and cotton will be probably legal in 50 years. Anyways, about the Candiani. So we own this mill. Luigi, my grandfather, started in 1938. We were weaving workwear fabrics. At that time, the demand was exceeding the offer by far. Then my grandfather came, grandfather, and he started denim because, again, as I said, initially we were weaving workwear fabrics. So still, the offer was way lower than the demand because this Western society was developing so fast that, we want denim. Denim was representing, freedom, was representing democracy. Denim is still probably the most democratic fabric in the world, but the meaning itself has changed a lot. Then my father, premium denim, stretch denim, we didn't invent stretch denim. My father was probably the first one to figure out how to make it nice, because originally stretch denim really sucked. It was very bad, very poor, very ugly. And I think that my dad's big achievement was to transform stretch denim into something premium. And again, because of fashion, the demand was exceeding the offer. And then it's me, the sustainable guy. And this is wrong, because I promise the demand is not exceeding the offer no more because of the flood. And we'll get to the flood in a second. So what are we talking about? Candiani produces roughly 22 million linear meters a year. Our average price per meter is €5.26. It costs, on average, €4.7 to make a meter of denim at Candiani. It's the cost. And today the market is about $260, maybe $270, for what can be considered comparable. I'm not talking about the same quality. I'm not talking about the sustainable features we put in our fabric. I'm just talking about the end consumer, like visually comparable stuff at $260. And it takes roughly 1.35 meters of denim to make a pair of jeans. It depends if stretch, if not stretch, it depends what size you cut, whatever, 1.35. So you do the math, and and then you can ask yourself a couple of questions about jeans going from €990 per pair up to 2,000. Anyways, so the fashion industry, and this is the flood, the fashion industry is the only, probably, industry that demolished the idea of supply and demand. It's no longer happening. I mean, in 2018, over 140 billion of units were produced. I'm not saying sold, were produced. That is the double against 10 years ago. I'm not talking about like primary stuff like underwear, socks, and blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about fashion pieces in general. And probably 10% goes landfill before reaching the stores. It doesn't even make it to the stores. We're overproducing, for a fact. And we overproduce. We don't know what to do with that. As we said earlier, Africa is no longer taking it, so burn it or landfill it. Now some smart people think that it could be a good idea to burn it to produce energy, so at least we do something good with it. But there's a massive stock of goods that goes landfilled before reaching the store. And probably as much ends up in the same landfill after it's not being sold. So let's talk about the quantity that makes it to the store, doesn't get sold, doesn't go through secondary markets or charity or whatever. And again, we have at least 10% more that goes landfill. So we're just overproducing already. We are. And denim, the way it was industrialized, and it's a commodity kind of thing. Denim used to be, it still is a commodity, but again, denim is made to make volume, large volumes, like big quantities of fabric, and that's why we're struggling today, because between 2008 and 2018, over 30 new mills were established on the planet, and there will be 10 more, at least 10 more, in the next 5 years. And I'm talking about mills like mine. I'm talking about mills that are vertically integrated, which means we source the cotton, we spin it, we dye it, we weave it, we finish, and we ship the rolls. So fully integrated vertical mills. And the production will be increased, the global capacity will be increased over 1 billion. So we're going to go to 2.56 billion linear meters in less than 5 years. And this is not including the non-vertical mills. So let's say you are a dye house or you start with the weaving, so you outsource the yarns and blah, blah, blah. So there's at least 1 other billion of meters which is currently produced by non-vertical mills. Problem is that no one is really going out of business. No more. Used to, like all the Americans are gone, all the Europeans are gone. We are the only left medium-sized, like large-size denim mill in Europe. They're all gone. In Japan, there's one guy like us and a bunch of smaller guys. It's all gone to Asia. So the problem is that because of the capitalistic assumption of continuous growth, because there's more people on the planet and everybody will consume more, we have to produce more, is creating the problem. Together with the fact that we have an historical misconception is that everybody will have to wear more and more denim. Who says that? It used to be a Western thing, and then all the mills has moved to Asia. And now in Asia, what's happening is that they are developing a domestic market, and they're trying to sell domestically because the Asians want to be Western. I'm not sure about that. I think the Western world wants to be Asian right now. If you look at fashion the past 5 years, I think what's inspiring fashion is Koreatown in Los Angeles. Like the rest of the world is wearing like stuff like they do in Koreatown, Los Angeles. It's not really a Western thing no more. Of course, denim is still involved there, but denim is not necessarily the answer to the volume required by our industry. So again, the idea of producing more and cheaper is just wrong. There's no need, first place. Cheaper, of course, when you cut corners, you don't create quality and you don't create sustainability. That's for sure. So I still believe that, again, I'm talking about not what's sustainable, I'm talking about what's unsustainable today in the industry. I really believe that we have to change our mindset, even if producing less could mean more expensive. Then we have to be smart people and try to stay competitive. But that's a different story. It's a different challenge. And then what's not really sustainable is the wild marketing store, like the electrolytes. I mean, the industry today is about the electrolytes. Let's keep going. Again, the only answer, and I think we all agree, is circularity and a bunch of reduce, recycle, rethink, renew, regenerate. Why? Because we have to resolve a problem. And the problem is overproduction. How do we do that? I can't really tell you what I'm working on right now because I ended up signing NDAs with myself. So otherwise I spoil all the innovation we're doing. But of course, we're working on bio-based stuff, renewable sources, smart ingredients, renewable ingredients. We're working on regenerated materials, post-consumer, post-industrial. We're working on regenerative materials. So 2020 will be a very big year. We will launch some very, very sensitive innovation. Again, I'm not going to disclose it now, otherwise I get too technical. But you can always follow us on Instagram or social medias anyways. And sorry, the clicker is not working, so I got to do this thing. And again, I truly believe that less is more if less is also better. And if you do less and you do it better, eventually people will ask for more. So I'm a business owner. I'm a capitalist in myself. I'm not saying, oh my God, the industry sucks, it's all bad, we need to stop buying denim. No, we just need to clean it up. We need to clean it up. Today, unfortunately, most of the actors playing important roles in our industry are not ready. Some of these guys were claiming 2020 will be the year of the change. Oh my God, everything is going to be so clean, so beautiful. We're not even close. And the truth is that the lack of expertise and the lack of personality and professionality is the problem. You guys, and Andrew was asking me, so what's cool about like talking to the students or talking to this kind of crowd? Like to me, the most exciting thing is that I'm talking to citizens. I'm not talking to consumers right now. We still live in a consumeristic world, but you guys are a bit younger than me, and I can tell that this generation is making a decision, especially when it comes to purchase or buy something, in a whole different way. And we have to facilitate this, and we have to stimulate this, because, again, you guys want more information, you need more information, you deserve more information, so the industry should be able to provide that with transparency, with educational ideas like this one, which is brilliant. And again, it's our job, together with the brands, to become more honest about what we're doing, because transparency should be based on honesty, or I think they should be pretty much the same thing, or they should mean the same thing. So, back to us. That's me. In Amsterdam next week, I'm going to go back to my stupid industry, and yes, we're going to launch the Candiani electrolyted denim. Now, sounds funny, but for real, we made a specific regenerative dye that we treat the water with electrolytes in the end, so the sludge can be used as a biofertilizer. Okay, but probably you guys get it, and my customers don't. And when they ask, oh, how much is it? It's like, well, it's 5 cents more. No, we don't want it. It's terrible. It's 5 cents. No, I mean, if you give me 50,000 yards, I promise I take the 5 cents. It's like, 50,000 yards? It's like, 50,000 yards sounds a lot. Denim is about large volumes, once again, which is why when you probably ask, like, what's the minimum of this fabric? 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, it's normal. It's denim. So 50,000 yards is nothing for a big customer. Let's say I go to Levi's and I'm like, all right, guys, we got this. They love the fabric and everything. 50,000 yards? I say, no. But we can eventually make a capsule so we can make windows and editorials. And what about the rest? I mean, as Candiani, we're not facilitating this. It's like, if they don't mean it, we just don't supply the innovation to customers. They don't mean the change. So I'm not there to make editorials. I'm there to develop some business. So the Candiani's electrolyte denim should be relevant for our business in the future. Actually, if you keep going, there's like, it was meant to be funny. go, 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 go. All right, done. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. So, if you guys didn't know, actually Candiani won the ITMA award a few months ago for your most sustainable fabric for the Tensile Lysel, which was quite impressive.
Endorsed by Lenzig, together with Refibra or Refibra.
Yeah. So this particular fabric has actually been sponsored for our denim project, which is amazing. So we're extremely excited to actually...
Just one thing.
Yes.
The reason why that fabric won the award is not just because of the sustainable content. It's because for the first time we've proven that a regenerated fabric can be even prettier than the one that gave you the waste. So what they really liked about it is that finally you have a tangible application of sustainable technologies that lead you to a better product, and better means nicer too. It's not just cleaner, it's also nicer.
No, I've also used it in my own collection and it washes down really well. I'm not just saying that, it's the actual truth. Anyway, have any of you guys got any questions for Alberto? Obviously he's got the most, yes, so we'll get a mic over to you. Someone's going to run over to you now. This is your opportunity.
Hi, I just have a question. How do you tackle sustainability and transparency in your company?
Well, sustainability in a way it's built in. We talk about innovation, but honestly, the past 10, 15 years, we talk about sustainable innovation only. And sustainable innovation, in our specific case, again, it's truly related to efficiency. So I give you a stupid example. At some point, we looked at the amount of money we were spending in fixation agents, and at the same time, we were looking at the quality of the water we were discharging, so the salts and blah, blah, blah. And somehow we realized that, oh my God, this is pretty nasty. Fixation agents cost a fortune. Let's look into an alternative, and the alternative was the Ketotex technology, and Ketotex is licensed from a different Italian company that do wool. It's about the application of ketozan, which is a natural polymer, on the yarns after the dyeing process. So ketozan comes normally from food waste, like shrimp shells or crustaceous shells, but could also be fungus, for instance. So bio-based, biodegradable, and blah, blah, blah. And even better, in that moment, we discovered that with application of ketozan, we were removing everything. We were removing starch, PVA, polyvinylic alcohol, and we were removing also the fixation agent, and we were reducing the salts. So what was interesting was for us to evaluate, of course it costs more, it does cost a little bit more, but the difference is huge, even because we've proven we're not creating microplastics. The combination of PVA and other stuff in that same bath can generate microplastic. Microplastics are not soluble. They will be there forever. So that was just, and how to be more efficient. Again, we are recuperating some of this water. We are reusing it, recycling it. And at the same time, ketozan gives us a better performance in the weaving because the yarns are filmed in a smarter way, and we have less breakages and less loom stops and blah, blah, blah. So the efficiency of the weaving went up. Also, we realized that with ketozan on the yarn, we didn't have to mercerize the fabric to obtain a specific look. And that kills a lot of water and a lot of caustic in the finishing. That's just an example, but I can bring you like 20 more, but then I get super boring. And in terms of transparency, we're working on it. So first thing, you guys are welcome to come over. We have every year open meal day, like literally one day, which, it's more about, curious people, the industry.
You've done 2 of them now, right?
2,
yeah.
Yes. I think it's very important to go meet your supplier or see what they do. I mean, same reason I go to the cotton fields myself. I mean, you just need to know your suppliers and you have to understand what they do. If you don't go, and if you don't visit a denim mill, I promise you cannot really understand what's going on. You have to see it. And always say that once you see it, maybe you understand it. And when you understand something, then you appreciate it. Otherwise, we can talk about, oh, I love denim so much. Everybody loves denim. But to love something, you have to appreciate it. And to appreciate it, you have to understand it. And to understand it, you have to see it. In terms of tools, we're developing different sort of traceability and transparency tool, which is also involving the blockchain at some level. Where we want to track every single thing we source and all the process. including all the energy involved in the production, the water consumption, the emissions, everything. So this is taking forever. It was meant to be ready next month. It will be ready in July 2020 probably, because it's such a complicated thing. But and that will be public.
I would also say, guys, that if you want to know about if you want to know about a denim mill that's being like transparent, Candiani is one of the better ones that's doing it, or if not the best. So their website's really, really detailed, especially all the different dyeing technologies and everything that they're doing. It's really transparent. So it's worth taking a look. But yeah, thank you so. Oh, what? Any more questions? There must be some more, surely. Any more questions? I guess not. So,
all right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.